The moment Jungkook burst into uncontrollable tears in Jimin's arms outside Korea has shocked the world. What happened in that foreign terminal that reduced one of the most composed K-pop idols to heartbreak? And did Jimin truly cancel everything just to follow Jungkook abroad? From the very first sighting at the international airport, whispers spread like wildfire. Jungkook was visibly distressed, his eyes glistening with tears as Jimin enveloped him protectively. This was no fleeting emotional display. What unfolded next was a cascade of speculation. Why would Jimin abruptly delete personal plans? Did he really forego solo commitments, all to accompany his bandmate overseas? Insiders within the entertainment industry report that Jimin had meticulously arranged a slate of solo promotional events connected to his album Muse. Those plans included a high-profile magazine shoot, branding campaigns, interviews abroad, suddenly postponed without explanation. Then came a silent flight departure, barely noted in public schedules, mirroring Jungkook's own travel movements. Fans pieced together the timing. Jimin's flight aligned exactly with Jungkook's overseas arrival. The speculation firmed. Had Jimin canceled his schedule solely for Jungkook's sake, or were they embarking on a joint project? Gradually, industry whispers suggested more than friendship. Some believe the duo secretly filmed segments for a travel reality show in an undisclosed destination, a potential second season or surprise release. Another theory argues this was personal. Jimin, known for his quiet loyalty, simply refused to let Jungkook face something alone. They are like brothers, one insider reportedly said. If Jungkook needs to go somewhere for a while, Jimin will be there. Timing heightened the intrigue. With a BTS group comeback planned in several months and the fan focus on Jungkook, Jimin as a duo skyrocketing, this mysterious overseas rendezvous fueled wild speculation. One theory gaining traction posits an experimental content strategy by their agency. Unfiltered, unscripted footage of Jimin and Jungkook traveling spontaneously to gauge fan reaction before committing to a permanent subunit. Yet other observers emphasized emotion. Were these acts driven by genuine personal bond rather than publicity? On social media, fan reactions exploded. Supportive messages praised Jimin's unwavering presence, with threads proclaiming not business, but bond, and fans insisting true friendship, manifested in quiet sacrifice, is often the most powerful art. Yet no official word has come from hybe Entertainment, and neither Jungkook nor Jimin have addressed it publicly. Their silence only deepens the mystery. For fans, every detail is dissected. In airport video frames, Jimin's luggage matched Jungkook's suitcase in style, custom tags, and muted tones. To fans, this wasn't coincidence, it was deliberate. Observers argue the absence of agency staff during both men's travels hints at a coordinated move outside formal approval, maybe even a risk they wanted kept under radar. The speculation took on imaginative forms. Pop-up appearances in New York, a guerrilla-style documentary chronicling post-military life. Even whispers of a limited subunit debut under the working title, Are You Sure? As a soft launch. Emotional undercurrents in interviews and social media posts only fan the flames. Jimin's subtly shifting tone in promos, Jungkook speaking vaguely about creating something intimate just between them. Fans noted it wasn't just what was said, but what wasn't said. Their prolonged absence from media felt significant. Jimin, usually warm and interactive online, has been completely silent since his brief airport appearance. Jungkook, once routinely posting song snippets weekly, hasn't uploaded anything since departing Korea. For artists known for closeness with their fanbase, this retreat feels deliberate. Not distance, but a deep breath before revelation. Meanwhile, petitions demanding a duo tour grew daily, nearing 500,000 signatures. The nickname Healing Line began trending globally, symbolizing serenity, connection, emotional rescue. Fans described Jimin and Jungkook not only as complementary performers, but complementary souls. Not a comeback, read one viral comment. A reunion with themselves and each other. So what truly happened at that airport? Was Jungkook's breakdown triggered by personal crisis, professional stress, or something deeper? Did Jimin cancel everything simply to support him, or to jointly embark on something larger, a creative venture not yet announced? If Jimin did indeed clear his schedule just to accompany Jungkook, fans wonder whether that quiet choice speaks louder than any official statement. Observers highlight that every silence in K-pop tends to be strategic, especially with BTS. If HYB monitors global reaction to shape next moves, it appears they already have the answer. Fan demand has never been this intense, their emotional engagement unprecedented. Whether through friendship, music, or a yet unnamed collaboration, Jungkook and Jimin may be on the brink of defining a new era. Whispers transforming into a wave. As hours pass, speculation about their overseas pairing intensifies, not because of announcements, but because of the absence of announcements. Silence in the K-pop world rarely signals innocence. When it comes to the members of BTS, it almost always signals strategy. Insiders now suggest Jimin might have cleared his schedule not for promotional obligations, but to simply be beside Jungkook, whether as creative partner, emotional anchor, or co-conspirator in a project yet unrevealed. The idea of Jimin's silent loyalty has ignited fan fervor. One fan translation of a fuzzy video statement circulated widely. Sometimes showing up is all the answer you need. This cryptic message has been interpreted as confirmation that the trip was personal, not professional, but the implications remain vast. HYB's marketing approach has historically involved planting seeds long before the harvest. Could this have begun as a simple travel trip, only to become a Trojan horse for a soft debut of a new artistic unit, fueled by emotional authenticity and real-time reaction? Every released clip spike in viewer engagement seems to confirm the massive demand for collaborative jikook content. Fans point out that Jimin's presence at Jungkook's key career moments has always carried emotional weight: award events, behind-the-scene footage, album launches. Yet this occasion feels different. Intentional, urgent. Rumors even connect the timing of Jungkook's rumored return to Korea for mandatory military enlistment with Jimin's own scheduling ambiguity, prompting doubt. Were these coordinated, and were they planning a return together? Media analysts began tracking HYB's digital patterns, delayed press releases, subtle hashtag edits, engagement diversions. A prominent media columnist notably wrote, "With BTS, every silence has a shadow. This time, the shadow looms large. Whispers about a potential duo tour spanning Korea, Japan, the US, highlighting intimate concert experiences now in early planning stages, dependent on global reception of Are You Sure? So far online petitions near 500,000 signatures. Fan-filmed footage of Jimin and Jungkook sharing moments, laughter around a campfire, unspoken glances in bustling streets, have drawn millions of views. Fans call this not performance but healing, not just music lived, but life lived. For Jimin, unspoken frustration over stalled solo plans, inexplicable delays, and sideline promotions may have found catharsis, not through confrontation, but collaboration. Many fans interpret this as his artistic response, a way to reclaim voice through partnership, not protest. One viral comment captured the sentiment. If they won't give Jimin a proper stage, he will build it himself, step by step, country by country, with Jungkook. Only time will clarify what those airport sightings, packed luggage, and deepening emotional narrative truly mean. But if Jimin truly canceled his own plans to stand beside Jungkook, are you sure he's not the most genuine choice they ever could make? The world no longer asks if fans want to see them together. Now they ask, how soon will it happen? The emotional crescendo of Jungkook's breakdown in Jimin's arms has triggered an unparalleled wave of global reaction. Yet, as this narrative dominates headlines and infiltrates every corner of social media, one must ask, is this moment a sincere eruption of personal truth, or a carefully calibrated spectacle designed to manipulate perception? Audiences across platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, have been inundated with clips, screenshots, translated quotes, and emotionally charged commentary. Yet amid this deluge of digital content, the origin and authenticity of these claims remain disturbingly ambiguous. Was Jungkook's emotional collapse a genuine cry for support, or a deliberate image construction? Did Jimin abandon an entire slate of career-defining activities solely for a friend? Or is this part of a strategically silent rollout engineered to provoke viral speculation? It is imperative that the public reflects on the sources of this information. While many media outlets and influencers present footage and commentary with absolute certainty, a significant portion of the narrative has been constructed from unverified observations and loosely interpreted social cues. When fans deduce intention from matching luggage or synchronized flight times, are they engaging in legitimate analysis or constructing meaning where there is none? We must pause and consider, is the emotional response elicited by these stories a reflection of reality or the result of masterful narrative manipulation? The entertainment industry has long exploited parasocial bonds between idols and fans. Could this phenomenon be another iteration of that strategy? Executed with surgical precision, the absence of formal confirmation from either Jungkook or Jimin, or from any official body, must not be ignored. In journalism and critical inquiry, silence is never neutral. It either conceals truth or amplifies illusion. Is the silence, in this instance, a calculated pause designed to build tension? Or does it signal a desire to keep something private? And more importantly, who benefits from this ambiguity? We must ask, how much of this narrative is organic fan speculation, and how much is a manufactured event with commercial objectives? Is the emotional resonance surrounding Healing Line a grassroots expression of support, or the product of expertly seeded content designed to stir devotion and generate monetizable engagement? Consider this. If the scenario were reversed, if these same events involved two lesser-known artists without the emotional capital of BTS, would the public respond with equal intensity? Or are fans projecting meaning onto Jungkook and Jimin because they represent more than idols, they represent ideals? Furthermore, one must analyze the pace and structure of how this story unfolded. The escalation of content, the repetition of identical narratives across unrelated accounts, and the strategic use of emotionally evocative language all align with the hallmarks of viral content engineering. Is it coincidence that camera footage surfaced just as speculation reached critical mass? Or is this the work of a well-positioned PR mechanism? Let us not forget that fan culture, while powerful and transformative, is also susceptible to echo chambers. When content is shared and reshared with minimal scrutiny, and when emotionally charged responses are rewarded with visibility, are we creating a culture of truth, or a cycle of self-reinforcing fantasy? This is not to delegitimize the possibility of a sincere bond between Jungkook and Jimin. Their history, mutual admiration, and collaborative work are well documented. But sincerity does not exclude strategy. Could it be that genuine affection is being repurposed as a storytelling device to serve a broader agenda? We urge the public to ask themselves, why now? Why during a period of solo promotional activity and looming military obligations? Why in the wake of underpublicized setbacks in Jimin's individual career arc? And why with such carefully timed emotional intensity? It is essential to recognize that the public narrative is not neutral. It is being shaped. Whether by fans, media outlets, entertainment companies, or a combination of all three, the story is being told in a specific way to elicit specific reactions. The emotional weight of this moment is real, but is the story behind it? The call to action is clear. Think critically. Do not accept the viral without verification. Do not allow emotional resonance to override factual rigor. Do not assume silence confirms truth. Engage with this story not only as a fan, but as an informed participant in a media ecosystem where information is often repurposed, distorted, or weaponized. Ask yourself, are you witnessing an authentic moment of friendship and vulnerability? Or are you observing the latest chapter in a calculated campaign to test public response? Is your reaction your own? Or has it been subtly conditioned by an algorithm that rewards emotional extremes? Reflect on your role within this narrative. Are you an observer, a believer, a skeptic, or a conduit? Are you contributing to the truth, or amplifying a potentially manufactured illusion? This story may yet prove to be a turning point in the evolving narrative of Jungkook and Jimin. It may reveal a profound artistic evolution or an unprecedented act of solidarity. Or it may eventually be revealed as a strategic maneuver within an industry well-versed in emotional manipulation. Until verifiable evidence is presented, the truth remains suspended between probability and performance. So we ask you, the reader, do you believe this moment is real? Or is it a reflection of what we want to believe, crafted not in the hearts of the artists, but in the echo chambers of our own expectations? Only through skepticism, inquiry, and restraint can we begin to approach the truth. The recent emotional moment involving Jungkook and Jimin at an overseas airport has undeniably gripped global attention, stirring both admiration and doubt. Images of Jungkook in tears, embraced by Jimin, have sparked countless theories, from personal crises to secret projects. But as the narrative spreads like wildfire, it's crucial to take a step back and consider how much of what we're witnessing is truth and how much is crafted perception. Yes, the visuals are powerful. Yes, Jimin's sudden cancellation of his solo schedule adds to the mystery. But without official confirmation, we must resist the urge to fill every silence with assumptions. Is this the unfolding of an intimate bond between two artists, or a calculated rollout designed to amplify fan interest and online engagement? Many fans point to matching luggage, shared flights, and emotional interviews as signs of authenticity. Others, however, urge caution, reminding us that the entertainment industry has a long history of blending sincerity with strategy. Could Jimin's presence have dual purpose, emotional support and subtle promotion for a possible subunit or content launch? HYB's silence has only intensified speculation. But silence, especially in K-pop, often signals more than absence. It signals intent. Are we seeing the rise of a new duo era, or are we part of a carefully orchestrated campaign meant to test waters before a major reveal? Until either Jungkook or Jimin speaks out, the truth remains suspended. For now, fans are left to interpret meaning from fragments. But let us remain thoughtful, curious, and critical, not just emotional. This story might be about healing, loyalty, and artistic brotherhood. Or it might be about strategy, anticipation, and media mastery. Perhaps, in the world of BTS, it's both.